It's the time again for a package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. In today's video we have a new product. This is the Pandora Box 6 Budget Edition, or the Slim, depends a little bit how you want to see it. But this is what we're going to do an unboxing with this Pandora Box. It's a cheaper version and in the line of Pandora Box arcade machines. So let's do a little unboxing and let's see what we're going to get with this one. Alright, let's do a little bit of unboxing. The first thing that I'm noticing that the packaging itself is pretty simple. It's totally different. So let's move this a little bit around. It comes with the power supply. This is a 12 volt 3 amp that comes with all of these Pandora boxes. HDMI cable, very long, high quality, I like it. VGA cable. Ooh, deluxe manual. Has a little bit of explanation about the Pandora Box 6. I have here a European cable. Keep in mind, if you order this thing, that you order it with the right cable. USB, we can connect it to a game console. It's more like the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. I did try some attempts. It's not really plug and play. Don't like it, to be honest. We're having this message, not from the future, but this little piece of toilet paper, because there are no games on the USB, you need to download them separately. Spare buttons, and we have the system itself. I'm just going to call this the Pac-Man edition. There are several versions of the Pandora Box. I have seen some even with the turtles. We have some pretty amazing stickers. But this is what we're going to get with this one. We're going to do a little bit of an overview and I'm going to show you what are we going to get. So at the left side we're having the 6 buttons. Most of the Pandora boxes are 6 buttons. There are so 8 buttons out there, but keep in mind, if you have a Pandora box, 6 button is the only thing that it supports. So the 2 extra buttons are for the Pandora box itself totally useless. The joystick is like a wicked wiggle stick. It's pretty cheap and clickish. The buttons, clickish. Must say, the touch itself is not bad at all. We're having here the start and coin button. And at the right side we're having the same joystick, same layout, only we're having the pause button, and this button is needed for going back to the main menu. But I'm going to show you with the gameplay. So if you take a close look at the box itself, it's totally different. I can already tell you it's pretty slim. It's still a little bit heavy because it's made of metal, but then overall this is what we're going to get. Personally, I like it. Leave in the comments what you think of this. Alright, at the back we're finding the on and off switch, the DC input, HDMI, VGA, audio out, volume control, the little button for settings, and 3 USB ports. And yes, it comes with a 16GB SanDisk USB stick, but there are no games on it. But alright, let's talk about the art on the Pandora box. This is just basically a very thick, high quality sticker. The print itself, I don't know what you think of it, but I think it's looking very nice. I can't tell if this image has been a little bit stretched out, but I hope you have a better idea what you're going to get with the decals of the Pandora box. So this one opens up totally different. For example, the other one you need to remove the screws and you can just open it up. But this one works totally different. There are 3 screws here and 2 at the back. We're going to remove them and I'm going to show you how you need to open it up. I'm going to take a close look inside. And now, number 4. And last one, number 5. All right. Let's open it up. And what you can see, it just opens up like one big metal plate. And this is what we're going to get. So what you can see here, they did it all very nicely. But you can already see on Octogate, it's a cheaper Chinese stick they're using in this version. Even the buttons are a little bit smaller, and with all the versions are also using a click button, but that is, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's a little bit cheaper. So if you look at the main board itself, they did some changes. For example, there is no plastic case. And the second thing is, we having, let's say, the holes are exactly like all of the connectors. So what is so bad about it? It's pretty damn simple. If they decide to make, let's say, a Pandora box 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, whatever, and they're moving the connectors on a position, you can't upgrade this Pandora box. So you're stuck with this main board. So that's a little bit of a bummer, if you ask me. And they are just using this little speaker. I'm pretty curious how loud this thing goes. So that's something we're going to find out. Alright, when powering on system, this is what we're going to get. Keep in mind, you're going to need to add games. If you don't do this, you will have a blank selection screen and no video. When pushing up or pushing down, you go into the next game. What you see here you have the preview video that is showing what kind of game you can select. Pressing right or pressing left, you go into the next page. Here at the top, you're finding which page you are on. I'm here on number 2 of the 131. That's it. When pressing the start button, you're going to enter the search way or the search method. You can search by categorized. Keep in mind, the games that you're adding are not going to get in this categorized system. A little bit of a bummer if you ask me. If you go to the right, here you can choose the letter. For example, I want to play, let's say, Street Fighter. Going to the letter S, pressing the A button, and that's it. You're going to show, or he's going to show you all of these games. It's still a lot, but still, it's a way to, let's say, speed up the searching for your game. When you're pressing the little button on the main board, you're getting in this menu. Keep in mind, the system needs to be powered on in the main menu, otherwise it will not work. When you go into the EO test, here you can basically check all your buttons. Everything is mapped correctly and everything is working. Pressing start and A, going back to the menu. We have custom buttons. Custom buttons, this means you can remap the buttons in the software. But keep in mind, if you remap, let's say, the PlayStation, it will not be for one game, it's going to be for all the PlayStation games. System config. You have some basic settings like credit settings, you can put them on free play or entering credit. You even have a timer for the PlayStation if you want to have a coin system in your arcade machine. Alright, let's go back. Now we need to press the D button. Game settings, this is a very awesome thing. You can just change the difficulty settings live and all the other things for one certain game. We have the bookkeeping. We can mute the inside speaker if you want. We're only having English and Chinese, there is no other language. And when you're done, you just press the saving settings and reboot. There's only one thing I just want to show you before I forget. Custom buttons, I will just leave it like it is, to be honest. As you can see, it saves everything. And with the system config, this quality optimization, I'm going to put it off because if you're putting this on, it's going to make it less pixelated and more smooth. But still, I really like the old school thing. But keep in mind, there is no adjusting the ratio of the screen, not at all. Alright, when entering an arcade game, you can press the coin button to enter a coin, pressing start for play 1 or play 2, what do you want. The sound what you're hearing now is from the internal speaker, and the microphone is not close. Alright. Ready. Fight. And I can tell you, it's a really cheap stick, but it responds perfectly. Let's play a weird game. But I have noticed with the games that there can be a little bit of a volume difference between the games. I didn't adjust the volume, but the previous game was pretty damn loud and there is a lot of difference. But I think it's really cool that the games are, let's say, pre-installed, or if you install it. The Tekken games, for example, on Street Fighter, boot up in the character select screen. So far I know that only works with these games. If you add your own game, this will not do the same. All the games, or the PlayStation games, run maximum on 720p. So for the final conclusion about the Pandora Box Budget Slim Edition, there's one thing I want to point out. If you want to upgrade it, it is possible that this is going to be a problem in the future. Because if you look at all the other versions, you can just basically swap them out. Pull out the main board and that's it. But you still have this limitation because it's made differently. The buttons itself and the joystick are not bad at all. It's a budget edition, so they are using cheaper parts. Because they want to make it cheaper. So the sticker itself, I like it. I like what they're doing over there. They're making these themed Pandora boxes. So let me know what you think of this, really love to know. But I thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell. And if you're into gaming, check out the gaming channel. See you next time, bye bye.